It's time for an ambient guitar effects walkthrough. So I recently posted an ambient guitar meditation called Trodden Paths, and this video is going to be a walkthrough of how I got the sound with the effects pedals chain. So first up is the guitar, and this is a PRS SE277 baritone, and it's the solid body version with humbucker pickups. I've got it set to the middle pickup switch setting, yes, with both pickups activated. Here's what my clean sound sounds like. It is a Fender amp model on my Avid 11 rack. So if you've got a real amp, if you've got a Fender style amp, that's the kind of tone I'm going for. Next up is a compressor, and in this case, I've got the Fender The Benz set up in the effects chain. And I've got drive up about 65%. Let's see, recovery, which is the release, is about halfway. Blend is about 70 to 75%, so mostly the compressed signal. And I've got the level set to kind of be compatible with the dry signal. Here's what it sounds like. Okay, it's a nice sound. It's not overly compressed. There's still some dynamics, but it does have more sustain. Next up is the Strymon Riverside, and I'm using it just to get a little bit of grit to my tone. So the drive is all the way down. I've got it set to low gain. You can see where I've got the tone controls set, and here's what it sounds like. Okay, and you can probably see that I've got the treble kind of rolled off and the mids rolled up, if that's a phrase, and it gives it a real mellow kind of tone. Okay, next up in the chain is my ever-present Morley Little Alligator volume pedal, and I use it some in the tune. All right, next up after the volume pedal is the TC Electronic Ditto. And I'm using this just to get a simple, in my case, a low B drone. So here's what the loop sounds like. Okay, nothing special yet. So really, all I did was I just did a volume swell of the low B. And just grabbed a quick loop of that. So it's just looping that low B over and over again. Next up, we do have a little bit of magic going, and that is the Source Audio Nemesis. And for this tune, I'm using the shifter delay type. Time is, I've just tapped in a tempo to kind of be in tempo with what I'm playing. The mix of the delay is fairly low. It's about 30% or so. Feedback is also pretty low, so you'll hear there's only a couple of repeats when I play a note. I've got the modulation knobs, the rate and depth turned all the way down, and the intensity knob for the shifter delay type controls the pitch of the pitch shifted repeat. So I've got it set to a perfect fifth above. So for those of you who may not be familiar with that, that's basically the equivalent of 7 frets. All right, so let's listen to what it sounds like, and I'll go ahead and play an E. Yeah, that's kind of nice, isn't it? And then what I'm doing on the song is just playing at a slow tempo in time with the repeats, like so. Yeah, Yeah, that's really cool. And one of the great things with this shifted repeat of the delay is that when you play chords, you can get pretty complex. Here is a G chord. It's actually a G add 9. Okay, and let me turn the pitch shifter delay on. I really like that a lot. So it gives it complexity because you're adding in shifted notes. And because the notes are delayed, it almost sounds like there are two instruments playing. Yeah, that's nice. All right, next up is the Ventris Reverb. And I've got the Ventris set up so that I'm using the reverse reverb type. And here's what it sounds like by itself. And you can see all the settings of the reverb. So time's up fairly high, mix is about halfway. So those are all the settings of the reverb, and I really like the Ventris reverse reverb. It's a really cool sound for sure. It sounds great with volume pedal swells. Okay, so if we put everything together, the pitch shifted delay and the reverse reverb, here's what we get. Yeah, that's really, really nice. And it sounds great with volume swells too. Well, there you have it. That's how I got the sound for Trodden Paths. Those Source audio pedals, the Nemesis and the Ventris, they're awesome. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to Chords of Orion. I've got ambient guitar-related content coming every week. Also, if you're a Spotify user, I would love it if you would follow me on Spotify. And as always, I'll see all of you on the next video.